there, it's Bell from AbsinthTears Gaming. Sorry if I sound like I've been playing a bit too hard, but my throat is absolutely wrecked at the minute. But don't worry, let's dive straight in. To start off, for the PS4, we have Mafia II Definitive Edition. It'll take you up to 25 hours to bag yourselves a straightforward platinum, which is rated at 4 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. In Mafia II, you play as Vito Scaletta, a young Italian guy who comes back from World War II to discover his mum and his sister are in debt to a loan shark. Just like in those gangster movies, Vito decides he's not settling for a crappy life in the slums. Instead, he takes the path of organised crime to make some serious dough. You'll be right there with Vito as he takes down dudes, swipes cars and rocks some stylish outfits along the way. Everything's happening in Empire Bay, a town that feels just like New York, bustling with people, cops, cars and even collectible Playboy magazines. At first glance, it may seem like a wide open world with tons of missions and quests for you to take Vito on, but in reality, you only have one mission at a time, always pushing the story forward. Mafia 2 is an interesting mobster tale with some great voice acting and cool cutscenes. Be prepared for a pretty standard third-person shooter in the gameplay department. To take cover, kill everyone, do it again, rinse and repeat mechanic. Mafia 2 is a solid little game that'll give you a fun ride, just don't expect the world. Nonetheless, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, it scores a nice solid 7 out of 10. Secondly, for the PS4, we have Dragon Ball The Breakers. Platinum difficulty of 5 out of 10 and 70 hours to complete. One thing that makes Dragon Ball so awesome is its impressive collection of villains. These bad guys can wipe out entire cities or even planets in the blink of an eye without caring about innocent lives. And that's why Dragon Ball The Breakers is such a cool game. It lets you step in the shoes of either one of those villains or a terrified citizen trying to flee. And the best part, you can team up with up to 6 other real people for an epic adventure. It's definitely a good concept. Unfortunately, the execution of the idea doesn't live up to the concept. Dragon Ball feels every bit the budget game that it is, with loose controls, an unreliable camera, and a live service gacha mechanics that do nothing to improve the mediocre multiplayer experience. The game is more fun when played with a large group of your friends, one supervillain versus 7. Dragon Ball The Breakers is a great concept with an execution that doesn't deliver. You're kind of left with the potential for an amusing afternoon with friends, but it offers little else of value beyond that. Dragon Ball The Breakers gets a poor 5 out of 10. Lastly, we have the PS5 and PS4, Aliens Fireteam Elite. It would take you up to 100 hours to bag yourself this platinum, and it has a difficulty of 8 out of 10. Aliens Fireteam Elite is set 20 years after Ripley sacrificed herself to save humanity from those creepy xenomorphs in Alien 3. Unfortunately, the most dangerous species in the universe is still doing its thing and causing trouble. This time, the US Marine Corps has their hands full with regular missions to exterminate these beasts. The latest outbreak is happening on LV-895, planetoid teeming with all sorts of gross acid-spewing creatures. Your mission? To take them down like a boss. There's something wildly satisfying about pumping a bunch of cannon fodder xenomorphs full of lead, then witnessing their exoskeletons explode into dark green hunks of cartilage and flesh scattered across the floor. The classes that they've added to the game feel kinda unnecessary. It's a bit weird having experience points, levels and an RPG-like elements when they pretty much only give you passive boring buffs. I mean, sure, it's cool to have a slightly more powerful weapon like a pulse rifle with slightly increased damage, but it's not exciting enough to make players want to replay the missions over and over. Aliens Fireteam Elite has got a lot going for it, especially if you're into co-op shooters and prefer battling xenomorphs over the usual zombies. Weapons, classes and enemy types are top notch, and there's even some nostalgic throwbacks that fans of the series will love. It's definitely a must play if you have any love for the franchise. Now, I've got to be real with you. There are a couple of downsides. The repetitive scenarios can get old pretty fast, and some missions seem to go on forever. Plus, if your whole squad bites the dust, you've got to start all the way back at the beginning. It could be all the way back at the beginning of a 45-minute mission. It's enough to make even a grown gamer shed a tear or two. Hey, if you're up for the challenge, you can handle these kind of frustrations. It's still well worth checking out. It's a good game. Aliens Fireteam Elite got a decent 7 out of 10. All three PSPlus essential games will be available from Tuesday the 7th of November. Don't forget to grab October's PSPlus lineup before Monday the 6th of November. The Callisto Protocol, Farming Simulator 22 and Weird West. Trust me, you wouldn't want these gems to slip out your hands. Make sure to add them to your gaming libraries and have a blast. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to visit AbsinthTears.com and follow me on Facebook. And again, also sorry about my voice sounding like a strangled frog. Peace out. Over and out, guys.